What do you actually need in your hospital bag? Watch this whole video and find out. Hey guys, it's Marley from Kale and Crunches and welcome back to my channel. I am coming at you from my brand new nursery, which I cannot wait to reveal to you in a whole other YouTube video coming up. But today's video is about what you actually need in your hospital bag. I feel like I just did this less than 2 years ago. I did. I packed a hospital bag and had my baby girl, who is going to be 2 in May, but first, this new baby is gonna come out. If you want a really good laugh and to see a first-time mom pack a hospital bag, look at postpartum products and have no idea what she's doing, then I highly recommend checking this video out. It's pretty hilarious. What I then did is write a whole blog post about what I actually needed and used after I delivered the baby, a month later while it was still fresh in my mind. So that's actually what I went off of when packing my bag this time around. Now, it does feel a little early to be doing this. I am only 35 weeks and Lily I delivered at 41 weeks and 1 day. So I still feel like I have a really long time to go, but if pregnancy and motherhood has taught me anything, it is that you never know. So I figured 35 weeks, why not pack the bag now? So I'll be going off of that list that I wrote on the blog, but there is one major difference that is making me pack completely different this time, and that is COVID. So I'll give you a quick background and I guess a disclaimer. I am delivering in Toronto, Ontario at a hospital, and I have spoken with my OB, and the protocols are different from hospital to hospital in Toronto, from province to province in Canada, and of course all over the world. Everything is different. It's kind of crazy right now. So I am only going off of the information that my OB gave me. So this might not apply to you. It might seem really strict to you, or it might seem laid back. I don't know. I mean, I feel like it probably sounds really strict. The number one thing is that my husband, DC, can come with me to the hospital. He can be there for the delivery, provided he doesn't have any symptoms, which this is why we have been in lockdown in our home since before Christmas. We have not left or seen anybody or done anything so that we just don't get it. So he can be there and not miss the delivery of our baby. But DC will be allowed in my room and then he cannot leave. So that means if we forget something, we're screwed. And again, this is information from my OB. It might be different where you're delivering, and this is just what we've been told. So we have to sort of think of everything and pack for every scenario. Like last time I forgot body wash. We didn't have any at the hospital. My mom went out and got, and she brought it in. That can't happen again. That also brings me to another point, which is hospitals in Canada are a little bit different, especially if you're watching this from the US. We Canadians, or at least at the hospital I'm at in Toronto, have to bring a lot of stuff because they do not provide a lot of stuff. So I have to be extra prepared because of COVID, and I have to bring a lot of stuff because of Canada. Without further ado, let's just get right into it. What I am packing in my hospital bag for baby number 2. I want to keep it as organized as possible, so let's just start with what I'm packing for the baby. First up are diapers and wipes. I cannot believe how small these diapers are. I completely forgot. They're so cute. So I'm going to bring a whole bunch, and yeah, that way I don't have to think about it and I have them. 1 pack of wipes I know is going to be enough. So that's what I'm packing for that. Next up, I'm going to bring newborn hats. Now, our hospital will put a hat on the baby, but the one that I'm delivering at doesn't do the hats with the bows. And last time I really wanted one. So I actually ordered these off of Amazon. They're super cute. They have little bows on them, a pink one and a white one. I washed them. They smell so good. They're ready to go. And so these are exactly like the hospital hats. They just have bows on them. I'm going to bring just 2 receiving blankets, and these are just like nicer patterns and colors. These are the Joe Fresh Sprout ones. This is coming directly from my experience last time. I am bringing a couple outfits to bring the baby home in, and the most important thing I'm doing is bringing a newborn size and a 0 to 3. So last time we only had one outfit to bring the baby home in. It didn't fit her. We actually had to go and get a different outfit because her feet, even though she was just a small baby, were so big. They didn't fit into the newborn feet, which is like so cute. But it meant that she couldn't go in her car seat properly because her legs didn't have full range of motion in the onesie that we had. So I'm bringing options. I'll probably bring 2 newborn and 2 0 to 3. That's it. And only because you never know, you could have a blowout and she could pee or poo through her onesie when we bring her home. And otherwise, last time Lily was just naked in her diaper the entire time, skin to skin with me or DC. So that's why I know we don't need all these outfits. Really, it's just like thinking about having 2 outfits to bring her home in. It just depends on what's actually going to fit her, because we can't go out and get something if it doesn't fit. Last but not least, 2 sterilized pacifiers. These saved us on the second night that we were in the hospital. When the baby's cluster feeding, you don't have all your milk in yet, and you want to save your nipples a little bit. Sterilized pacifiers are awesome. I was so thankful that we had those with us. Next up, I am packing 2 things for nursing. I am planning on breastfeeding again, but you never know, how the baby latches, what's going to happen, what happens in the hospital. There's so many factors. So I do plan on it, but saying that, I don't have any on me right now, but I will also pack some formula just in case I can't nurse for whatever reason those first couple nights. So the only other things I'm bringing for nursing are pads for leaking boobs. I was actually not going to bring these. And then someone on Instagram said that the first time around they didn't need them, but because they had another baby pretty close together like I am, they actually needed them the second time around. And then I also realized that in my first pregnancy, I had nothing coming out of my boobs like the entire pregnancy, but I have had colostrum coming out of my boobs for months already. So I have a feeling I might actually also leak. So that was a very good tip. So I will be packing just a couple fresh nursing pads to stick into my bra just in case I am leaking for whatever reason. And then last but not least for nursing, I am bringing a nursing pillow. So this one clips and wraps around you. Oh my God, it feels weird to be wearing this thing again, but I lived with this thing with Lily on for months. Sits just under the boob. It has a little bit of a hump so you know where the baby's head goes, and then they nurse, and sometimes it's really nice once they're finished nursing, they kind of just fall asleep and then you're not like hunched trying to save your arms and your shoulders and everything like that. It's actually pretty relaxing. So I really wish that I had this in the hospital last time. I am definitely not going to the hospital without it this time. Next up, postpartum care. Very similarly to the breastfeeding pillow, my lovely donut is something that I wish I had with me last time in the hospital. So I had a vaginal delivery and an episiotomy, which meant that they cut and stitched me back up. And I had a ton of pain and discomfort for months, obviously, as one would. But in the hospital, sitting down and like sitting up and nursing, the pressure and on those hospital beds, it was so uncomfortable that I actually ended up switching to a chair like halfway through our stay because it was just easier to sit on that versus something squishy. So enter the donut. It's literally like a rubber ring that you can sit on, and it just takes the pressure off of the perineal area. And it just relieves a little bit of pain, relieves a little bit of pressure, and is more comfortable. So when I started using the donut, as soon as I got home from the hospital, I was like, man, I wish I had this in the hospital. So we will be packing that. This is a product that I did not use last time, but I've heard amazing things about them. They're the Freedom Mom postpartum disposable underwear. They're essentially like these super stretchy boy short underwear that apparently hold your pad in very well. People rave about these and love these. This is something that I needed last time that I did not have in the hospital. They don't give you extras. I think they gave me like 1 pad and 1 pair of mesh underwear, and then I had to figure out how to get more. Again, not gonna happen, not gonna have that option to just come and go as we please and get things as we need them. So I'm really happy that I have these. I know people love them. They're just, the idea is that they're like supposed to be stretchy, comfortable, post baby, post stitches, post C-section, whatever you have. They do have their own C-section brand actually. They hold your pad in. And speaking of that, pads, again, the hospital I was at only gave me like 1 or 2 pads. You need to bring your own here. So I will be bringing a lot of pads, really thick ones, because that postpartum bleeding is just really fun, should we say. we're getting into clothing now. So when I get to the hospital, I am going to be changed into a hospital gown, and that is what I will be living in until I have my first shower. Now, last time in my video, I said that I was packing pajamas and a robe, and people were like very sensitive and with such conviction telling me that I was not going to be putting on pajamas or a robe. But let me tell you, I was so happy I had pajamas and a robe, because after that first shower, there was nothing more that I wanted to put on than my own clothing. Saying that, I'm not bringing anything fancy here. I have very old Gap pajamas that I'm bringing, like super, super old. They have buttons, which is great for nursing. And if they get ruined, if they get stained, if they get bloody, if they get lost, I don't really care. For the robe, I have this one from Stork, which is just like a super light cotton robe. I don't need anything fancy or special, but it's also just nice to be like naked under your robe, whip your boob out and nurse if you need to, instead of just wearing a hospital gown. So this is the robe I'm gonna bring. It doesn't take up a lot of space. It's like quite short, light cotton, nothing fancy, nothing exciting, but just a good home robe. And then one outfit to come home from in the hospital. So I decided to pack my matching outfit from Shop Jess and Lee. I like that this is just a zip up. It's super baggy and big on me. I'm continuing to wear it in my pregnancy, so if I do have a C-section for whatever reason, I know that I can get it over my incision or under it or over it, right? I think that's where it goes. I don't know anything about that. And then this I can wear just with a basic nursing tank from Old Navy. So really like nothing exciting, nothing special, nothing fancy, just something clean to put on, because the last thing you want to do is put your clothes on that you came to the hospital in. Under that, I'll be wearing a nursing bra. I love the Knixwear ones. There are so many. I'm actually going to do a different video on nursing bras because I've had the chance to try so many over the last few months. I am wearing them even though I'm not nursing yet. They're just so much more comfortable, and I feel like a bit of an expert right now in nursing bras. So I'll pack a nursing bra, fresh one, and that is my going home outfit. Oh, I should have socks somewhere. Another fresh pair of socks and an extra scrunchie because you gotta put your hair up. One thing I didn't just mention for clothing was just a pair of flip-flops or thong sandals, whatever you guys call them, to wear in the shower and to just wear around the hospital. I'm not bringing slippers, and I'm gonna just wear one pair of shoes there, wear the same pair of shoes home. So I will be packing flip-flop sandals. I just don't know where they are in the house right now, so I gotta find them. Okay, let's get into toiletries. The hospital had absolutely nothing. So I think I brought shampoo and conditioner, but I didn't bring body wash, as you already know. So that's why we're just gonna bring a little bit of everything in these travel size bottles. Body wash, shampoo, conditioner, toothpaste, toothbrush, deodorant, face moisturizer, anything that we would use for like a basic shower, basic hygiene I'm bringing. I'm not bringing serums, I'm not bringing toners, I'm not bringing makeup or any of that shit. Just very basic, what I would shower with and brush my teeth with, and same with DC. Technology wise, hot tip, bring a very, very long phone charger, because for whatever reason, the plugs are nowhere near the hospital bed, headphones, and our laptop. Like I already told you, we are not allowed any visitors in the hospital. I have a feeling there's gonna be a lot more phone calls and FaceTimes. I'm going to bring a box of disinfecting wipes just because it's COVID and maybe I'm being like crazy or paranoid, but I don't know. I feel like I'll just wipe down the surfaces of the hospital room when we get there, when we check in, and it just feels like a good thing to have. I probably wouldn't have thought about this last time, but COVID life, don't go anywhere without wipes. Speaking of COVID, extra masks. So I do have to give birth with a mask on, which really terrifies me and upsets me, but it is what it is. I get it. It's protecting the nurses and the doctors and everyone there. So they're protecting me. I have to protect them. So I will be wearing, I believe, a disposable mask from the hospital when I'm pushing. I think I do have a choice, but like I'll probably choose that. And then maybe for later, I packed some like cloth ones or linen ones or whatever, just like some comfier ones, non-disposable ones that we have around the house. Okay, this is something I definitely got made fun of last time, but we actually use them, people, okay? When you have a newborn and you're in the hospital and you've been up for like 12 hours or 24 hours pushing a baby out, you're gonna be tired at all hours of the day and want to catch up on sleep whenever you can. So there were moments during middle of the day where DC wanted to sleep, but it was so bright in the room, or where I wanted to sleep. These ended up being super helpful. So I am going to pack 2 sleep masks. And for all the haters out there who said, yeah, right, you won't sleep, we actually were extremely happy that we had these. Okay, this is a big one and I haven't even done our official shop yet. But again, because we come into the room and then we can't leave, we are bringing snacks on snacks on snacks. I literally just grabbed a box of snacks so I had something to hold when I talk about it, but I gotta do a little bit more research on what makes the most sense to bring. I don't know if our room is gonna have like a little fridge where we can bring something other than like non-perishable goods, but yeah, we are going to be bringing a lot of food with us, a lot of snacks. I don't know if DC is allowed to go to the cafeteria in the hospital. The way our OB explained it to us, it really sounds like he's not allowed to leave our room. So we will see. But yeah, we're gonna be bringing a lot of food once I have more information about the food situation. Okay, and last but not least, something that is not pictured is extra pillows, one for me, one for DC, with different colored pillowcases so they don't get mixed up at the hospital, and extra warm blankets. You probably won't even believe me, but like DC's mom had to bring us a sleeping bag last time. We were so cold in the hospital room. We were sharing a little dinky winter scarf that I happened to like wear to the hospital as our blanket. And I was so upset because I was like, I had this fresh baby and then this outdoor scarf was like wrapped around us. I just remember that we were so cold. There was no extra blankets for us. We asked, we never got any. And I remember being so freezing and needing that help to get warm with our parents coming and bringing us extra blankets. So I don't have any extra ones like that we're gonna bring in the house, but we're gonna go to one of our parents' houses and pack that in the bag too. So I feel like most of what I shared, I can probably fit into like one hospital bag, but then we're gonna need extra baggage for the pillows, the nursing pillows, the donut, and then the extra blankets. Okay, so that is everything I am bringing in my hospital bag based on personal experience, based on knowing the protocols of our hospital, the COVID protocols our doctor told us about. I feel like it's not a ton of stuff. It's definitely nothing excessive and nothing in excess that we don't actually need, but it's a lot because we can't leave, we have to think of everything, and they also just don't give you a lot of stuff at the hospital I'm delivering at. I hope that you found this video helpful. If you did, please like. Please subscribe to my channel. Make sure you're following me on Instagram, and I will see you in the next video.